Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back along to another episode of Saving Grandad's Farm. My name, as always, is Alex. It has been a few weeks. I hope you're doing very, very well indeed. Just been a little bit busy with a few things away from the farm, actually, so not too much work has progressed along the farm here. However, we've just been off to sell another load of onions there this morning, so we're going to go back to the yard, quickly drop this trailer off here. We've got a new machine that's at the yard there that we took delivery of just the other day. So we're gonna have a bit of a quick look at that and look around it, and then we got some work to do. I'm actually roping in some family members to help us out there today because there's a lot of work that needs to be done, and it's getting just a bit on top of me. So I thought I could help get at least in the help of a cousin of mine who's going to be coming in to help there. We share the same granddad. It was his farm, and well, it was his granddad's farm as well, but he didn't choose to kind of come back and help it out, but what he does do is drive a tractor occasionally, so he'll be quite handy. He's probably going to be driving this very one, actually. We've got a few bales to shift today. We're going to show you, like I say, show you the new bit of kit around the farm, and then just give you a bit of an update, really, as to what's happening. You'll see we've got the silage baled up in here as well. Not too many bales off there, but they're all stacked up there anyway. And then we've got to get a bit more land work done, which well, hopefully, if I can get around to it this afternoon, we'll get some more cultivation done here, but that's kind of the back end of the list. Everything is stacked up in there right now. The combine still needs to be put away properly, but yeah, there's our new kit. We bought a spreader. We bought our first brand new bit of equipment for me, really, which is always exciting, and it's a fertilizer spreader. This is a Kavernland. We're gonna have a bit of a better look at it once we get this parked up here. But it's it's about time we've got something new. We're going to be using that a lot more over the next year as we start to get onto the field, so that'll be good to kind of get it put to the test there. We're obviously expanding, so the old gill that we had there, the old with the plastic hopper on, it was just not, it was a bit too old, not very big, and also not too efficient. With the GPS that's on the case, for example, that will be able, this tractor here will be able to do something for us and be a little bit more useful, which is good. And I'm hoping that is indeed the case. Let me just pull this around so we can save a little bit of money there with our fertilizer build, because we can try and be a little bit more productive and proactive there and a little bit more efficient. We've got our soil samples back now from most of our fields, so we know what we're working with. We know what we need to put down into the quantity that we need to put down. But yeah, here it is. It's a very nice looking Kavernland, actually. It's it's gonna be really good. 24 meters spreading width. Holds more than enough. I think this holds about 2 ton, but it could have got bigger. But honestly, it's not going to spend most of the time on the 8140. It's probably going to go into the case, and it can handle it, but didn't really seem necessary to up it any further, so that will do. But yeah, that's it. Like I say, first brand new bit of kit. This cost me around about the £20,000 mark, which is still plenty enough expensive for what it is. But yeah, I'm very, very intrigued by it and looking forward to see how we get on with it there, really. So I think what we're going to be doing right now, though, is just going to go and stick on the trailer, which is actually, I'm still waiting for a straw buyer who agreed to come buy some bales of straw from me ages ago, and he still hasn't shown up there. And you would think, given the price and the lack of straw at the moment, that this fella would have been in and bit my hand off for it, but he hasn't. So here we are. Now, what I had in mind was that I was going to stick the bales onto a trailer, pull the trailer up to that gate we've just come through, and then just load them straight into a wagon from there. But it's not here yet, so I need this trailer. I want to get the other bales inside out the way. I got my cousin Harry coming to drive. Like I said, he's going to take this tractor, and I'm going to take the mailer. We're going to go over to the field that we had the rye in. We've got that all baled up, ready to go. As you can see, the line was spread into this pretty easily. We just need to get this all plowed in right now, and we're probably not going to wait for these bales to be shifted to start on this field. I think we'll just have to get cracking, and we'll figure it out once when we can, because yeah, this is too much work to do at the moment. I had a few weeks off away from the farm there because I've been having a few different meetings and figuring a few different things out. One of those said things were the plans around the pig farm that we're going to be putting in onto the new land, so that is coming. We'll have to get that one all kind of figured out there, what that looks like for a husbandry unit and how we're going to get that implemented there. So that's really quite interesting, actually. A lot that I never even thought to consider. So yeah, we'll have to get that one going. But yeah, that's coming. We've got a few other bits and pieces, a few other meetings that I needed, applying for a few grants here and there, and sorting out things from the business side of things, from the production side of things as well. So it's coming together. It's been busy, but it's nice to kind of give you a bit of an update here to see what we're looking like. And yeah, we're just kind of awaiting Harry's arrival now. we'll get ourselves ready to roll down to the field. There's a few bales down there. There's nothing too serious, but there's enough. Maybe a trailer load in a bit. We'll probably not stack them too high. We don't really need to, I don't think, but we'll see what that looks like. But yeah, this field needs something putting onto it as well, just to kind of get it kicked on. Not sure what I'm going to do with this, but it'll get something added to it, no doubt. I'll probably leave this trailer about here, I think. Wait for Harry's arrival. We'll get the Merlot ready to roll, fill up with diesel probably, and we'll head our way down to the field. Okay, into the Merlot we go. Harry has arrived, so we can get after it. We're probably going to bring that straw in. We're not going to stick into here because it's going to be a different type of straw. It's going to go over yonder there, and we'll get stuck in there. Now, the stuff we're going to, that was actually the smaller bales that we baled with the McHale, which obviously put out the slightly smaller diameter bales there, about 3 foot. I think they were 3.5 foot wide as opposed to the 4.5 that we have available from the Grandad there. So we'll have to wait and see. I have actually been away to do a little bit of pricing up with a different baler because that one I'm having a few tricky issues with. So I'm not sure how long if that one will be with us another season. We'll have to wait to see on a few quotes that are coming back from a few different people. It would be nice to have it. It's a strong baler, but I just don't know if it's going to be what we need. But yeah, that's certainly one of the options there. All right, let's just turn here. We've got some field grass or horse grass as it is actually, which the intentions was to keep that through until next year to mow down for hay, but I don't know if you can see over that hedge. There's a little bit of a weed problem in there, but my word, is that shot up. We might have to look into that a bit sooner than anticipated. So that is, yeah, if you look just through there, it's a luscious green field. Now we might have to mow it down, just bale it up and possibly wrap it into haylage. I don't know, but it's impressed me is what it has done. Really, really has impressed me with how much has come on. So Harry is here. He's in the field. We're just going to quickly load him on up there. Shouldn't take us too long. And then, yeah, we'll get that load back to the field, back to the barn. Get it all unloaded and we should be good. So in we come here. Been loving the Merlot. Merlot's been doing a wonderful job for me, actually. Very impressed with this piece. Okay, so let's get cracking with this, shall we? There we go. We got a fair load of bales in here, but I think it might be just a few too many to go for to get all in one load. So we might just go one load along the bottom and then maybe one rail along the top there. We'll see how that goes, because then that might be a good starting point. And if it's if there's a little bit of room, then we'll figure it out. But we've got enough time. We'll be a little bit quicker here with me with having Harry on board today, so we'll see how that goes. And then yeah, we should be good. So it's interesting. There's a lot to do. This ground here needs to be worked over as well. It needs some lime on it, which we've obviously got a little bit spare, but we need to get that spinner back, and then we'll need to get this ploughed over, I think. One thing I would see, it's got quite a grassy stubble to it at the moment. It's all been sprayed off though prior to harvest there, so it's all dead, but it's a little bit trashy in the bottom, so we need to get that buried really. We want to give that the best fighting chance for the next seed bed, and we'll see. I have half a mind though. I was speaking to a local farmer who's been doing a lot of direct drilling with a kind of a cross slot drill, and I'm tempted to get him out and just to see how he gets on drilling the whole thing in for me, really, just to kind of see. A bit of an experiment really, I guess, more than anything else. Is that one forward? I didn't have that one very square, but it looks like we're in and we're on. Yes, we are. Okay. Yeah, that might be the plan, just to kind of see how that all pieces together really, because yeah, there's a lot of different moving parts with that, and it's an approach that we might take which reduces down the amount of turnover of the soil and the destruction of the structure of the soil. So could be really quite interesting to see there, and trial it on one field. We'll see how it goes and compare and contrast with some similar land properties. That would be the aim there, at least. Okay, forward we go by a touch more. Come back here. There you go. Just got to pull that in ever so slightly. There you go. That's on. Now, next one. Right back here. So yeah, fascinating story. Harry and myself used to come over to this farm when we were both much younger here, and we used to hang out with Grandad on the farm. I did a lot more than he did, I think it's safe to say, but yeah, he still paid a bit of interest. Obviously, I brought the farming interest along a little bit more though, and had the opportunity to take over and buy out the my Grandad here. So it's nice though to have him bring him back though. It really is. But yeah, we're gonna get these bales all loaded onto here as quickly as possible. Might even try and set up a little bit of a time lapse just to get it done, so you can see how we get going, and then we'll yeah, we're gonna get onto the cart and get ourselves back on up to the back into the yard, get these all stacked up, I think. Alright folks, so we've just got one more bale to get on here. They're not on very level at all. We might give that one on the front a little bit of a tap. But hey, we're getting there. We're making some progress here. I think what we'll do with what we have left, we should be able to get these folks all onto one last load. So we'll kind of split it with two. That should work pretty well, I think. If I have to go and grab a couple of loads with the just with the forklift here, I probably will do that. That's okay. I have to get these top ones set a bit better because that's not at all. Do a bit of that. That's a bit better there. That one at the front one's kicking along a little bit, I think. We'll strap them down, of course, just to make sure they're good. And good old Hazard can get himself away. There you go, that's a bit more centralized there. Come off, here you are. Grand. Let's just get them strapped down nice and tight first with a ratchet strap. And we're good. Alright, so I think we'll just get Harry away here. He's talking away on his phone there, so we'll get him all sorted out. And then we'll go and grab probably one, maybe two if we can get him on the forks there. With the Merlot there, just so it's, yeah, it's a little, well, two less to get. Alright, on you go. Godspeed, Harry. Alright, let's crack on. We'll take the two nearest to us, I guess, really. Start with number one here. I do like winging around fast, cart and straw. I don't know what it is about it, but it is just enjoyable. Well, it helps when you pick a load up properly, I guess. There's one. I'm pointing at this one as well. We'll get this. There you go. Yeah, this field's actually really dry. I didn't think it would be quite so dry at the moment there, but this rock hard, solid dry. So gonna take some plowing over, I reckon, but we will get it done. These bales might just be slightly too big, I think, for this, but let's figure that out in a second here. Alright, that's going to give us the best chance, I think. The speed. There you go, we got them. And away we go. So then we'll just go and follow Harry out the field here, who seems to have taken his time to get up this gateway. But hey, maybe he's waiting for me just to kind of escort him out there. I guess we'll find out. Although that doesn't look like it's the case. What? What have we done here, Harry? What have we done? Oh! Oh, marvelous. There you go. That's, yes. That's a ditch he's found there. So that is a thing. Ah. Rubbish. How in the... I have to find a rope to try and get that. Is that sliding around that axle on the front there? Or is it? No, it might be alright. Well, that's gonna hurt. So good. What we need to try and do is get this road working as quickly as possible, I guess. So yeah, we need to try and find a rope, get it onto the front of there, see if we can just yank that straight through. Not the end of the world, shouldn't be too bad, but hey, I guess we'll find out. Well done job, Harry. Get out the gate. That's all it was. And I get out the gate now. Has he left me enough room to do so or not? Maybe if I swing around a little bit wider. We'll get ourselves out there. We'll sneak back to the yard if we can. And squeeze through here. Good job. The Merlot's nice and small. Coming through. Now I wonder if... Rubbish. That is the last thing you want to see. Yeah, that's not good. Not good, Bob. We're just gonna have a very quick look at that, because if I can get the trailer off safely and maybe push the rear end of the trailer around away from the tractor, I can get that cleared up and the road cleared quickly, because I'm not sure if I've got a train strong enough to pull that. But yeah, I'm not sure what that's going to look like. We might have to try and figure that one out, to be honest. If I do take that off there, it's going to be a pain to kind of shift around anyway. I might be best keeping it on and go and find someone with a big enough chain there. Worst case scenario at the moment, yes, the road is blocked, but can you though? Yeah, well, we'll have to wait and see. All right, can't do anything here without going back to the yard anyway, so we're going to take this back nice and quickly. We'll see. We'll see how we can get this pulled out, shall we? I'm going to need the big Massey anyway, that's for sure, and see what we can do. We might leave this and come back to you with a bit of a cliffhanger, because I want to get it done. I'll try and get it all recorded for you, and I promise I'll show you what it looks like in the next episode. Until then, though, folks, this has been another, well, quite an event. But yeah, it shouldn't be too much damage as long as we can get it cleared nice and quickly, I hope. Until next time, though, we'll leave it here. I have been Alex. I do hope you have enjoyed this latest episode of Saving Grandad's Farm, and we'll see you all in the next one. Catch you later.